We've been hearing from one of the senior bureaucrats from the Department of Jobs, Precincts and Regions, who was really tasked up with stepping up the hotel quarantine program in the very early days before that responsibility was then passed on to the Department of Health in what sounds like a very messy handover. Now, one of the key lines of questioning, again, has been on why the decision to use private security guards instead of the ADF or police was made. Now, this bureaucrat from the Department of Jobs has actually told the inquiry that it was her opinion in the very early days that police should have played a greater role than they did. Take a look.
And you say in your evidence that you had a view that it would have been preferable for Victoria Police to have a more permanent presence at hotels?
I do.
And why was that your view?
That was my view for two reasons. The first being that it was a very complex operation and it wasn't something that we had done before. We weren't easily able to anticipate and understand ahead of time what the risks or issues would be in delivery. And so having a greater level of oversight was a good way to manage that.
There's still a lot of confusion about exactly why that decision was made or even who made it. It does all sound like it comes down to this meeting on the 27th of March at the State Control Centre, chaired by Emergency Commissioner Andrew Crisp. This bureaucrat from the Department of Jobs saying that she came away from that meeting tasked with contracting private security companies. Exactly who was in charge of that decision? Well, she says she didn't know, but from that meeting, she says that police were in charge of the decision-making, at least on security arrangements of the hotel quarantine program. Take a look.
One view that might be taken is that it was your department's decision to include private security in the structure, given that as at the 27th, you understood it to be your structure and you had already contemplated the possibility of engaging private security.
We came to that meeting at SCC with a view that Victoria Police was the decision maker around enforcement. So while we were carrying the end-to-end plan, I didn't see us as a decision maker as to how detention would be enforced.
Officers from the Department of Jobs will continue giving evidence for the rest of the afternoon. Tomorrow we'll hear from hotel operators.